this is a little bit of a litmus test, given we talked about the schedule against Jalen Hurts for DeMeco Ryans' defense. This is a light version of playing a quarterback who can do some of the thing, right? This isn't playing Kyler. This isn't playing Russell Wilson, but it is a litmus test for how this defense historically has not been great. It's a challenge for every defense when a quarterback can stress you with his legs. But how do they look against Jalen Hurts? Do they look a way that makes us go, God, if that's how they looked against Hurts, how are they going to look against Russell Wilson or Kyler in a couple of weeks? Again, different guys. These are all different guys. Because Jalen Hurts looked good against the Falcons. Now, the Falcons are bad, but he looked good. So do we come out of the Niner game going, Jalen Hurts looked good again? Or, all right, not a rookie quarterback, second-year quarterback, Niners defense, they kind of showed they're for real. Because there's one of the two is what's going to happen out of this game. Is the Niners defense for real, or is Jalen Hurts going to look
Think
good?
about Jalen Hurts' storyline for like 3 years. It went from like this guy, they got this young Hawaiian kid. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold him off. Tua takes him. Jalen's transferring. Goes to Oklahoma.
John, just takes him, replaces him at halftime in the national championship game and leads a comeback.
Yeah, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now he was throwing to this guy named Judy and this other guy named Calvin Ridley, and Devontae and Ruggs were probably on the bench. But, he did it. Then the guy transfers like, Lincoln.
Who caught the touchdown? Who caught the touchdown?
I thought Ridley. I thought Ridley caught it, if I remember correctly.
I thought there was a freshman caught a touchdown in that game.
It might have been Devontae or Waddle or one of those guys.
Maybe it was Waddle.
It was all of them and Ridley. So it was a pretty good group. And then he goes to Oklahoma and people are like, Lincoln, you can't get a better quarterback than this. And then he's awesome in Oklahoma. Then the Eagles draft him and be like, everyone said, including myself, a second-round pick on this kid? Then last year, it's like, what are you doing? Carson Wentz is the guy. Then by midseason, like, let's just give this guy a try. Then he gets a try. He's like, oh, he's okay, but is he really going to be the guy? Then off season, it's like, is he really the guy? Should they go get Deshaun Watson? Then Deshaun Watson gets taken out by like 8 million massage therapists, so that doesn't happen. Then Jalen gets a shot, and after week 1, everyone, including me and you and everyone else, like, God, this guy's not bad. Every single time, it's just like he answers the bell. I'm expecting a good game from Jalen Hurts. Me too.
I don't know that we'll see what happens. I'm not saying I've changed my opinion completely, but I did not think we'd get here. It's clear after watching, and we're here. And part of it is he's got weapons. He's got
his football story. His football story is insane. The last 3 years.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
Remember,
it keeps getting more insane.
Did you mention this? Like, goes to Oklahoma, becomes a team leader in like 6 days, and lifts a bunch of weight.
But then even at Oklahoma, like he was putting up these crazy numbers. They were kicking ass. I don't feel like people thought he was actually that good. They're like, oh, Lincoln, guy's just a genius, makes every quarterback, even like scrubs like this guy. And then when Howie drafts in the second round, they're like, what is Howie doing?
The other part of that pick was like, well, the only reason it makes sense is because Jeffrey Lurie forced it on the team. Like, he made them draft him in the second round, which is never a good reflection. It's like, no. Jimmy Haslam really wanted Johnny Manziel, right? Oh, Jerry Jones really, like, it was viewed as a pick that was only made because somebody who wasn't as in deep with a non-GM. Maybe Howie Roseman loved him too. I don't know. But remember, that was part of the like story. It was like, is this the guy that the owner loved?
It's just bizarre. And now, the Niners are going in, he could beat them. And it doesn't even feel that crazy. Like, I'm expecting this guy to be good. I'm expecting the Niners have to play well to win.
I'm expecting them to struggle a little bit against him on defense.
I agree. Who's covering Devontae Smith? God, that guy's smooth for a skinny guy.
He doesn't look
as an SEC scout, because I was, hesitant on him. I just go, how often do guys 166 pounds come in the NFL? And he's like, bro, you're looking at it wrong. This guy was 166 pounds when Nick Saban couldn't wait to give him a scholarship. This guy was 166 pounds when he immediately starts playing over all these other guys. This guy was 166 pounds when he made the SEC his bitch. Like, he's a player. He plays football. Sometimes you nitpick something that ultimately, like, yeah, if it was 1997 and John Lynch could take him out, he could really injure him. It's not allowed anymore, though. So, like, this guy is an incredible football player. A little bit like the way you described, or the way that you said that Trent Dilfer is a great way to describe it. Like, Jalen Hurts is a great football player. He's learning to play quarterback, but he's a fantastic football player on the field. He never views any other human on the field as a better football player than him. Devontae Smith, same thing. Like that guy was born to play football. Now he has I would say a red flag as a weight, but ultimately that weight, like what does that, it's probably never meant less today. That it would have meant way more to me if like John Lynch was roaming or Steve Atwater or Dante Whitner, hell, a decade ago. But it's like, who's really fucking?
But even then, I mean, even then, I still think, because this is where you can get caught up in, like you said, we're trying to draft football players, so why don't we watch them play football and make that the number one determining factor of how good of football players they'll be?
Which he was drafted 10th, so it's not, or 11th, so
it's easier to do that though when a guy plays at Alabama, right? It's a little harder when a guy plays at Louisiana Lafayette and go like, all I know is when I watch him play football, he balls. It's like, sometimes that's a part of the puzzle. It's a little harder when the competition was the competition that he had, and he was wide open all the time.
What does he go in the first round if he was like an elite player, same elite player, but at Fresno State or Lafayette? Probably not, right?
Probably not.
I mean, he won the Heisman.
Yeah.
Now, Lamar won the Heisman and went 32nd. It's still different. You can quarterback, but still kind of crazy looking back.
It is. But anyway, this to me is going to tell me a lot about what I think about them in their division, because I know in their division, 2 of the 3 quarterbacks are really hard to, you got to worry about a lot of stuff with them.